So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is back 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to learn what is dictionary comprehension, how to create, what is the syntax for this one, each and everything we are trying to discuss. So guys, we have already complete what is set comprehension, how to create, what is the syntax for this one. We are already know that. But now in this case, if I try to use a dictionary comprehension, so it will be form of our key value pair. Means previously, if you are creating any set comprehension, list comprehension, it will be having only element. But here we are trying to use the key value pair structure. Okay. So guys, just see, first I need to provide the key value pair, then only here we can use the for loop. Okay, so this is the first syntax. Okay, if I try to use the second syntax also, if I try to use the two loops on that, so it will possible. Okay, now if I try to use the if condition also, after writing the for loop, now we are trying to use the if condition. Okay, so this is the way to create any dictionary comprehension. Okay, so these are the syntax that are available. So now we are going to create some coding logic using this topic. Okay, so now come to my VS Code. Okay, so guys, my requirement will be, if in the interview they will be asked, if I try to create a string. Okay, so here I'm creating a string called ABCD and I want to output like this way. Okay, so just see here, my output, it should be print like this one. Okay, so here it will be printing A, means in the form of our key value pair. I just see here it will taking B, but here it will be taking 2 times B. Then here if I'm taking C, okay, in the form of our string, here it will be taking 3 times C. Okay, based on the character of each and every character that present in string, it will be increment that particular thing. For the first one, I need to print 1 time. For the second character, I need to print 2 times. For the third character, I need to print 3 times. Just like that, I need to every time I just want to print that. So how to build this logic, each and everything we are trying to understand. Okay. So suppose if I try to copy this one, first we are trying to understand the control flow of this one. Okay, means how to get the logic, each and everything we are trying to understand. So come to our pen. So now here I am copy that particular question. So guys, just see here. So sorry guys, I am only trying to copy this only. Okay. So guys, just see here. First, we are having only this string. Okay. So how to generate this output? Now we are going to taking care about that. Suppose if I try to see here, every time we are just try to access the element that are already available inside this. Okay. Means we are trying to print A, B, C, D. Means all the character are already present. So means we are trying to only build the logic. Means we know that we are trying to run a loop. After we are getting the loop, just see, for the first index, we are trying to print for 1 time. For the index 2, we are trying to print for 2 times. For index 3, we are trying to print for 3 times. Means based on the index position, we are trying to use. So now if I try to use the range function, so it will give me the output. Okay, so how to do that, we are trying to see now. Suppose each and everything in the form of our key value pair. So in the place of my value, if I'm trying to use this concept, because we are trying to use the range function, so in the form of our value, so here I need to write s of my ind, because every time I just need to generate the index position, so I just want to multiply. What I need to multiply, whatever the my index value plus 1. Why I'm telling I need to multiply with this? Suppose guys, just see, if I'm taking this range function, so here I'm directly give the string length, means the string will be starting from 0. So first my value of the s of I will be 0. Means in the s of ind, my character value will be a. So here it will be printing a into. So guys, just see, ind means my ind value will be 0. So 0 plus 1 will be becoming 1. So now I need to multiply with 1. So here it will be give me only 1 time a. Now suppose my next iteration value will be b. So here my b, here my IND value will be becoming 1. So 1 plus 1 becoming 2. So here it will be printing 2 times B. Okay, now for the third iteration, here I am taking C. Then my IND value becoming 2 and plus I need to add 1. So here it will be becoming 3. So this is the way we can print. If I'm changing the input also, it going to work. Okay, so now we are trying to build the same logic in our VS Code. Okay, so I just want to uncomment with this because every time I just need to take the string only. Without taking the string, we cannot run a for loop on that. Okay, so to use our dictionary comprehension, first we are trying to use the curly braces. Okay, so first we need to run a loop on that. So here every time I just need the index position. So here I'm passing my variables is int. After I'm passing the int, here I need to run in my range function. Means I cannot pass directly on my string. So here I'm passing the len of s. Okay, so range function. Inside this range here I need to pass my s, means it will be starting value will be from 0 only. After I'm getting each and every index value, now I need to print in the form of our key value pair. So here first I need to pass the key. So every time my key will be says that I need to print the A, B, C, means the each and every character. Because for the first iteration it will be generating A. For the second iteration, it will be generating B, just like that. After I am getting the key only, but I need the value part also. So in this case, we are trying to use the value. So for this value, we are trying to use this logic. Okay. So S of IND into IND plus 1. Okay. So now we are trying to use in case of our VS Code. So here I am writing S of IND exponential with our IND plus 1. Okay. Now if I try to run this one, it will be give me the exact output that's I want. I just see if I'm changing the user input, suppose if I'm passing E and F. So after printing 4 times D, it will be printing 5 times E. Then for the next iteration, it will be printing 6 times F. Okay. Now just see if I try to run this one, it will be printing 5 times E and it will be printing 6 times F. Okay. So this is the control flow to print this type of logic. Okay. So now the next question for this session is, okay, so guys, if I try to find the odd element in a given range, okay, means if I'm taking a string, okay, this string, if I'm taking, okay, so now I just want to find the B, the D, and the F because the odd, then how to do that in case of this dictionary comprehension, okay? So guys, every time if I try to use this to print the element, so in this case, every time we are trying to run a loop on that. Okay. So guys, it will be tell that I need to print the odd element. So here I cannot use the string with my modular division. So here we are trying to use the range function. Okay. After I am getting the range function, I need to give the modular division with 2. Means here after I am getting the string. Okay. Suppose if I am taking the string, here I need to take the range function len of s because I want the odd index. So here I need to give a condition. Whatever the index position, if I try to modular division with 2 and give me the 0, it will be becoming a even, but I want odd. So here I can pass 1 or we can say that not equal to 0. Okay, if this condition becoming satisfied, at that time I just need to print key value pair. So come to my VS Code, how to do that, we're trying to see now. So guys, we are trying to print this one. So here first, we are trying to use this symbol. So first, I am trying to use this symbol called my curly bracket. Okay. After using my curly bracket, now we are trying to use the concept. Okay. So first, we are trying to run a loop on that. So first, I am trying to run a loop on that. So for int in my range of len of my string. Suppose if I'm trying to run directly on string, I cannot get the index position because based on the index position, I want that. That's why I'm using this range of len function. After I'm getting this one, I don't want to print that directly each and everything. So in this case, here I am trying to use one more condition called if my IND value modular division with 2 and give me double equal to 1. So in that time, I just want to print each and every key value. So how to print each and every key value? Because it will be generating all the index position. But I don't want all the index position. I want the value of that particular thing. So here I need to pass that particular the indexing. Okay, so here I'm using s of ind in place of our key and s of ind in place of our value also. So now if I'm trying to run this one, it will be start implementing the same logic, which logic I want. Guys, just see, first it needs to generate all the index number. After it will be generating all the index number, it will be checking each and every condition. After this, when this condition becoming satisfied, at that time I just want to print. Okay, guys, just see here, it will not printing A, C, and E because the A, C, and E will be available in our even position. That's why it will not printing that particular things. Okay, guys, so this is the way to print this type of logic. So, guys, in the interview, it's already asked. That's why I'm giving this question. Okay, so guys, the next question for this session is suppose, guys, if my requirement will be if I'm taking, so come to my pen here, I can explain. Okay, so suppose my guys, my requirement will be if I'm taking a range of number. Okay, so here I'm taking a range of number. So here I'm taking 1, okay, then 2, then here I'm taking 3, then here I'm taking 4, then here I'm taking 5. So my requirement will be if the number will be 1, so I need to print odd. Okay, so if the number will be becoming 2, so here I need to print even. Okay, means based on the number position, I just want to print that. So for this 3, it be becoming an odd number. So in this case, I just want to print the even. Okay, and for this 4 even, and for this 5, I need to print the odd number. So how to build this logic, each and everything we are trying to see now. Okay, means in the form of our key value pair. When you want in the form of the key value pair, so at that time we can use the dictionary comprehension. So here first we are trying to generate this number by the help of our, we can say that the range function. Okay, after generating, we are trying to print every time either odd or even. So here the next, we can say that the next one for the syntax is ternary or. Okay, so here it will be printing the third one will be called our ternary. So here we are to just try to change the symbol. So here you need to pass your curly braces. Okay, so how the ternary operator will going to work, how the loop will going to work, in this case we are trying to use now. So guys, so first whenever we are trying to use any ternary operator in dictionary, first you are trying to pass the ternary operator. After you are passing the ternary operator, then only you need to start implementing your for loop. Okay, so every time first I need to uh, generate the range. So if I try to take 2 extra variable, it's okay. Okay, suppose if I'm taking 2 extra value called start, so here I need to take as in the form of our input from the user input. So enter the start range. Okay, starting position. Okay, after I'm getting the starting position, I want the ending position also. So here I need to take int of input. So here I need to pass enter the ending position. After I'm getting both the thing, now I just want to print that particular thing. So come to my print function. Because I want in the form of our key value pair, so here we are using this dictionary comprehension. So first we are trying to generate this number. So how to generate it? By the help of our for loop. So here I'm passing for value in my range function. So here I need to pass start comma end plus 1 because I want until that end. So here I'm passing end plus 1. After I'm getting, now my requirement will be if the number becoming even, I just want to print even. If the number becoming odd, so I just want to print odd. So here first I need to get the ternary operator. So in this case, we are trying to use if the value modular division 2 double equal to 0. When this condition becoming satisfied, in case of our ternary operator, we are trying to write in the left hand side. So every time we are just trying to print even. If this condition becoming false, so here we are trying to use the else part. So here try to run the odd. Okay guys, so how the control flow will going to work, I want to tell you. So every time first it will be generating each and every number from the range function. Okay. So after it will be generating each and every number, directly it will be come to my if block. So guys, in this ternary operator, the execution first starting from this means we are writing first the ternary operator, but the execution will be start from this for loop only. After it will be generating the value, then only we are trying to compare. So the first value it will be generating, suppose 1. So here first 1 modular division 2 means the if block becoming false. So means the else block will getting activated. So at that time it will be print 1 or 2 even, just like that, until the range will be not completing. So here suppose if I'm passing my starting value 1 and by ending value called 10. So here it will be printing only odd and even. But guys, every time I just want to print like in the form of our key value pair. So how to do that, each and everything we are trying to see now. So guys, just see here it will be printing odd and even, means the condition will be getting same. But in this case, we are trying to use one more condition because everything it will be form of our key value pair. So now if I try to use that particular thing, so every time you just need to add this value. Means in the place of this value, it will be printing the event, and in the place of our, we can say that if the condition becoming false, in that case, we are trying to print this value. Okay. So after the value will be getting executed. So here, okay. So now it going to happen. So first it will be taking the value. Okay. Because here it will be only printing odd and even. Because why? It will only taking 10 and okay 1 and 10. That's why it will be printing odd and even. But my requirement will be every time it needs to print in the form of like this, guys, right? For this one, I need to print odd. For this two, I need to print even. So in that case, we are trying to give this in the form of our key value pair. If we are not passing in the form of our key value pair, it will be give you a error. Okay. So now if I try to run this one, guys, just see the output. Okay. If I'm passing 1, 10. Guys, just see, it will give me the correct output, which output I am expecting. Guys, just see, for 1, it will be give me odd. For this 2, it will be give me even. For this 3, it will be give me odd. Here, why I am creating this error? To understand, because if I try to convert it into, you must aware of that what is the functionality of dictionary, because each and everything will be form of our key value pair. So here you are only passing the value. That's why here it will be taking the starting value and the ending value. But you are not passing in the form of key value pair. Okay. So each and everything in the form of our key value pair. So that's why whenever you are trying to use the dictionary comprehension, every time you are just trying to use in the form of our key value pair. Okay, guys. So the next question for this session is, okay, guys, suppose if I'm taking a list of string, okay, means inside a list, I want to take a string. Now my requirement will be, okay, suppose if I'm taking a list, here I'm taking a list called L equal to, here I'm taking a list. So now I need to print apple, okay, apple. Then here I need to print ball. Then here I need to print cat. Okay, here I need to print dog. So now my requirement will be my output should look like that. Okay, so here I need to print apple. Okay, apple. Then here I need to print 0. Then here I need to print ball. Okay, ball. Here I need to print 1. Just like that. How many strings are available? Based on that, I need the value as well as the index position. So how to do that? Because we are already know a inbuilt function that is called our enumerate function. Okay, so because we are already know what is this enumerate, by the help of this at a time, if you want to print the index position, also the value we can use. But in case of our dictionary, how it going to happen, each and everything we are trying to see now. Okay, so come my VS Code. So first we are trying to copy this one because we need this list. Okay, so here I'm come to my VS Code. So I'm just copy. If I try to add this one also, it's okay. Okay, after I'm getting the list, now I need to use the dictionary comprehension. To use the dictionary, first you need to pass your dictionary symbol. So after I'm getting, so guys, first I need to access each and every element, then only we can get. So here we are trying to use the for loop. So here we are trying to use the index called ind, and every time we are just try to print the value also. So here I am passing ind comma value in the form of our enumerate, because if I try to use this enumerate, we are every time we are just try to get the index position, also the value as well as. So every time we are trying to use this one. So this enumerate will taking one mandatory argument that is called our iterable. If I try to change the position, so here you can give the position, but I want the default value from starting from 0. That's why here I am not changing that particular thing. So after if I try to run this one, it will be give me in the form of our key value pair, but I want to display in this position. Okay, so now here I need to use this in the form of our key value pair. So here how it going to happen? So first I need to pass the value in the form of the key. I need to pass the value. Okay. So after I'm getting the value, I need to find the index position. So here it will be taking first value means upper. Then I need to find the index position by the help of the ind. Because if I try to use the loop, it will only generating the value or the index position, but at a time I just want both the thing. So at that time here we are trying to use the enumerate function, and it will be taking one mandatory argument called L. If I try to use that particular starting value, you can pass, but I want the default value as 0. Okay, so now if I try to run this one, it will be giving me apple 0, ball 1, cat 2, dog 3. Now here if I'm adding one extra thing also, so here I'm passing Triaright. Okay, now if I try to run this one, it will be adding the extra index position also. Means every time it will be based upon our length of the string we are getting. Okay, so that's all about our comprehension that's available in case of our Python. So that's all for this session. So thanks for watching. Triaright.